Welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another vlog. I just finished having some breakfast. I had 3 scrambled eggs with my homemade gluten-free sourdough bread that I made this week. I had it as an avocado toast with some sesame seeds sprinkled on top. To be honest, I've been going through a really rough week and I thought about not sharing any of this information because I typically like to just spread positivity and focus on the positive of things, but I realized that my YouTube channel is not a highlight reel, and even though I do share all of the growth and success and great things that happen with my career, my business, my life, my gut health journey, marathon training, it's also important to share the lows because it's reality. Like it's realistic. Highs and lows are going to happen, and this week has just been a very rough week. First and foremost, I want to send a lot of love to everyone in the Tampa Bay area who was affected by the hurricane. Thankfully, we were in an area where we only got some light wind and some rain, so we were not really affected by the storm. I do have some friends in the area. They are all safe and okay, and everyone I know is safe and okay. Thank you to people who have DM'd me and reached out asking if me and my family are okay. We're all doing good. I did want to start off this video by sending love if you know anyone in that area or if you are in that area. So last week's vlog ended a little bit abruptly. It ended on the way up to Central Florida to visit my sister, and Saturday we had a great day. It was a really fun day spending time with my nephew and my niece, but on Sunday we were watching the Dolphins game, and Sunday things just started to go really downhill. I was a little careless with eating gluten last weekend and I ended up getting really sick, and Sunday night I was throwing up for a bit, and it was actually pretty scary because I had never had a reaction like that to gluten. So I did end up making an appointment for next month. It was the earliest I can get with a gastro to see if we need to do an endoscopy and stuff, but it was terrible. I've never had a reaction like that before. So on top of being sick on Sunday, I will spare you the details, but our car was involved in an accident. Thankfully no one is injured and everyone's okay, but right now we've been just dealing with the headache of the guy's insurance. The guy who was at fault is covering all of the damages of our vehicle, but we haven't had a car this week, so I had to cancel all of my sessions. I'm gonna make some matcha actually. So I had to cancel all of my sessions, and then I also couldn't film this week because I didn't have a way of getting to my home studio. The fact that I had to cancel my sessions, I hated. I absolutely hated. So this week has just been very rough with like the stress of the hurricane and then the car accident and me feeling sick. On top of that, I am in my luteal phase. I'm about to get my period, so I'm like amplified by the overwhelmingness of everything going on. I also had an extremely busy week of work, so it's not like I could just put my life on pause while I'm going through personal things. And unfortunately, I had a really bad week for my business, for Pilates on the Green. It was a terrible week, and I lost 4 members of my online studio, and I didn't gain any members. And I know that you're thinking like, oh, 4 members, like that's not that many, Aileen, it's okay. But just to put it into perspective, my membership is $30 a month for the monthly membership. If I lose 4 members, that's over $100 a month. And all of the money that my business makes right now, I pour back into the business. So if I don't regain those 4 members in the next couple of weeks, like next month is just gonna be different. And I'm gonna have to look at my business finances and readjust things. I honestly don't think an app is gonna end up happening, which it's been a really hard week. And I know being a business owner is hard, and I've dealt through hard moments, and you know, failure is not an option for me. Like, I am going to do this until my last day on earth. Like, I know this is what I'm meant to do, and it brings me so much joy. But when there are hard weeks like this, it's been very discouraging. And I've been working so hard, so it's just kind of weird. Like, when you work so hard and things go down, it's like all this effort you're putting in, but it's not reciprocated in like the growth of the business. It's like going in the opposite direction. So I've just felt overwhelmed too because I haven't had time to post on social media. I've taken time off of social media, and I do think that affects my business when I'm unable to, specifically for the Pilates on the Green Instagram account. Like, if I'm unable to post on there, it's not like I have a social media manager, you know, I'm the one posting, and it can be overwhelming finding time to do the posts, and then I feel like if I don't do the posts, then my business suffers. But it's also about finding balance. If you've noticed that I have not been active on Instagram stories where I usually just like post on the daily, it's because I've just been going through a lot this week. And I just needed some time off from everything. When people say like, oh, when it rains, it pours, I don't like viewing things like that, because I think that if you have that mentality, it's gonna pour when it rains. It's gonna get worse because you're expecting it to get worse. So when circumstances happen that you have no control over, I like to view it as it is what it is. There is nothing I can do about it, but what I can do about it is just see the way I'm reacting to things and how can I move on? How can it just grow from whatever happened? But it's been one of those weeks where I've tried my best to view it from that perspective, and it has not been the easiest. I'm very sorry for starting off this vlog on such a weird note, but I did feel that it was important to just share what's happening in my life, because it felt a little inauthentic to just kick off this vlog saying, hey you guys, I'm running 10 miles tomorrow, marathon training's going great, when I've just had a really rough week. That being said, I'm hoping today is a new leaf. We're moving on from this week. It's behind us now. That's just what I'm hoping will happen. In other news, I do feel like marathon training has been the thing this week that has kept me very leveled. Like, it's been my stress relief, and I've really enjoyed going on my runs. I didn't follow the Runna app this week for my runs. I kind of just went with what felt good, because the last thing on my mind was trying to hit a certain pace or a certain time with these runs. I was like, no, I'm just gonna go and do what feels good. So Tuesday, I think I did a little bit over 4 miles. Thursday, I did a little over 3 miles. Both were pretty easy pace. I did not practice Pilates at all this week, which is so foreign to me. I don't remember the last time I went this long without practicing Pilates. I also mentioned in the last vlog that I got a bunch of tips from my videographer friend who kind of helped me optimize my settings for my online studio. The quality of that class did not come out that good, and I got so frustrated when I was editing that class, because I'm like, I can't deal with investing in all of this expensive equipment and not having the quality as crisp as can be. I did end up reaching out to a videography company here in Miami, and they just sent me a quote for an in-person consultation. It's $350, but they did explain everything that they would be doing throughout the consultation. I think I'm gonna price it around and see if there are other videographers in the area who can kind of, like, I don't know, give me a cheaper quote. But worst comes to worst, I just want my quality of my classes to be like set. Like, I don't want to have to be dealing with the struggle of not great quality for these classes after investing in such expensive equipment. And honestly, like, I'm not surprised that happened last week, me being frustrated about the quality of the classes, because I'm like, if there's a week it's gonna happen, I guess it's gonna be this one, because it's been a really weird week. But it's okay. On to greener pastures. See what I did there? Okay, so for today, I do have a lot of work to do, but I think I am gonna actually get my period today. So I'm feeling pretty exhausted, and I am really just listening to my body. I might just push all the work that I have to do to Monday. If I'm able to do that, I'm gonna just like double check my to-do list. That way today I can just de-stress. I might also go to the nail salon, because I got my nails done last Wednesday. Like, of course this happened this week. This nail, for some reason, like, never wants to stay painted. So I'm gonna go see if they can go fix it. But we haven't had a car. So I think I'm gonna have my parents drop off their car, because I need it for my run tomorrow anyways. Like, I would really like to go get this nail fixed, because I just got my nails done, and I usually wait like 3 or 4 weeks before getting them done again, and I wouldn't go till probably last week of October or early November, and I don't want that nail to be unpainted for the rest of October. Well, you guys, thank you for listening. I needed to get all of that off my chest. It felt a little overwhelming to say like summary of what happened, because it feels like I've just been so scatterbrained, but it does feel good to just like put it out there, let it out. I'm so sorry. I hope you're not capturing the energy of my stress. Let's move on. All right, so if I do go get my nail painted, then when I get home, I just read a book. I don't know. We'll see. I did get a cute cup. Me and my niece got matching ones. We went to a little farmer's market last weekend, and I thought that these cups were so cute. So I've been using it every single day and then I send my sister or my mom a picture. My sister drove down to Miami with the kids throughout the hurricane, since they are in Central Florida. So they spent time this week with my family. So I've been texting my mom and my sister like, oh look, show Julie, I'm using the cup. think I'm gonna do iced matcha today. Okay, let me just show you really quickly a couple of things that I got. One of the things is the foot powder that I mentioned. I'm gonna put this in my socks tomorrow morning. I did try it out for my run on Thursday because it arrived, I think it was Wednesday. And I didn't get a blister for my Thursday run, so maybe it worked. We'll find out. Prevents chafing and blisters. I think this was only like $10 on Amazon. I'll link it below. Another thing that I got is these bandages, blister bandages. I think it's more so for if you already have a blister, and mine are non-existent at this point. They went away pretty quickly, but at least I can apply this if I do get another blister. I did end up investing in the massage gun because it was on sale on Amazon, like I mentioned in the last vlog. So this is the one that I got. I'll probably be opening this up tomorrow and using it tomorrow. I don't think I'm gonna be using it today. Oh, it just started raining. That's kind of cozy. I kind of like that. I don't mind some rain today. And then the last thing I'm gonna show you is this little hack. Probably not a hack, like you've probably seen this, but basically I ended up ordering the waffles that I tried last week so I can have it for my run tomorrow. And I just cut off the little flaps, and inside I put the gel I'm gonna be using tomorrow and some electrolytes that are handy for the week. I usually put stuff in that bin under the ice maker just to keep it organized and down there, but it's just gonna be a lot easier to have it on my kitchen counter in like a little box so I could just grab the stuff as I need it. This is the gel that I'm gonna be trying tomorrow. I'm gonna stick to the same brand, and it's gonna be the strawberry flavor. I'm probably gonna do the full gel now that I know that the gel didn't affect my stomach and it settled in pretty well. But yeah, I think I'm gonna just unplug for today, take it easy, and I'll check in with you tonight when we start our little long run prep for tomorrow's 10 miler. Okay, David went on a million missions this morning and the car is drivable. It's honestly not that safe to drive, but I live really close to the nail salon, and I think I'm gonna be able to use this to drive to my run tomorrow. The back of the truck is still wrecked, and I'm gonna show you the steering wheel. So basically, like, the steering wheel right now is pointing this way, but the wheels are straight, but like it's just misaligned. So it's just kind of sketchy. I don't know. We really should not be driving this until it gets like completely fixed, but I did have a very productive couple of hours. It's 1:43 p.m. I got a couple of things done for work, so now I feel like I can actually unplug for today and for the weekend, knowing that I got a couple of things off of my to-dos. So let's go see if they have someone that can fix my nail, and then I think I'm gonna pop into Publix and grab a gluten-free wrap for lunch. Yesterday for dinner, I ended up having shrimp tacos. We went out to eat and it was delicious. I was a little scared since I've been making my home cooked meals for my Friday meals before my long runs, but this one settled pretty good and I feel nice and energized. I had my honey stinger energy waffle, delicious. We've got the same sneakers, the Sauconys, my socks, our features. Outfit is from Bandit Running and my visor is from Lululemon. Okay, so here is what I'm thinking for today's run. I ended up doing half of the banana with the honey stinger waffle because last week I think it just worked well. And today is only 2 more miles than last week. So this is the gel that I'm going to be doing. I think I'm going to be taking this around mile 4. I'm also just going to see how I feel, but my goal is to take it around mile 4. And then I think I'm going to pack 4 of these honey stinger energy chews just as backup so that I can take, if I need to, maybe around mile 8. Felt so good. Honestly, it felt better than the 8-miler last week. It was pouring on us for the first 5 miles, which I actually think helped because, oh, my shirt is soaked, by the way, because my bra and my shorts are still soaked. But I think that the rain actually helped because it didn't feel as humid as it did the past couple of weeks. So it felt very refreshing. You know, a run goes good when you finish your miles feeling like you could have done more. And the fact that I finished 10 miles, which I haven't done in like almost 2 years, feeling this good. It's just what I needed after this week. I did end up getting 2 blisters, but they're still less than the blisters. I'm not gonna show them, don't worry. But they're still less than the blisters I got from the long run prior, and I honestly think it's just because at one point our sneakers were soaked in puddles. Like when I say soaked, like it was like really squishy. I think that it's just because of that I got the blisters. So we'll find out really next week if the powder worked, but I think it did because they don't even hurt. They barely formed. So I'm really happy about that. The last 5 miles felt really good because we had like the ocean breeze and the humidity hadn't kicked in yet and the sun was coming up and there were just so many runners today. I think everyone is like really getting into their training season now for the marathon in February. So it's just really nice to see like the running community in Miami. Everyone's so nice when you run by. Like for the most part, everyone is saying good morning to each other and just feels really special starting the day like that. I don't know if we should be driving the car around because it's still unsafe to drive, but David really wanted to ride bike. So once again, we are at the trails after my long run. And once again, I opted out because yeah, that's not happening. We passed by Whole Foods and I got a gluten-free egg wrap, which I'm very excited about because I'm starving. So I'm gonna have this now. And then not gonna lie, today I might just do post-run rot on the couch for the rest of the day. That might happen. I think I need to just relax and take it easy. I do feel like my life is a little more put together because this nail is painted. Very happy about that. Oh, and I did negotiate with that videographer I was mentioning, and he brought the price down for the consultation to $200. So it's $150 less than the original quote. So I think I am gonna move forward with that. And I don't know if this interests anybody, but I figured whatever I learn from him, I will share here on my YouTube channel so that you don't have to pay $200 to learn this information information in case you want to end up like, if you're an instructor and you want to film classes or anything like that. I figured I'll just share what he teaches me in case it's helpful. So I'll keep you posted on that. It'll probably be in an upcoming vlog. We'll probably schedule the consultation for sometime in October. Last thing I wanted to mention about today's run is the gel that I took. I didn't end up filming my taste test because I took it when it was pouring and I wasn't about to take out my phone while trying the gel. It was just gonna get complicated. It was the strawberry flavor and it was really good. I did like it a lot. I had the whole gel. My stomach feels great. I did drop off the kids at the pond before the run started. That is always just a blessing to happen before. I think I did like the apples and cinnamon flavor better, but the strawberry was still really good. Honestly, the taste in terms of flavor, like I'll continue to try it, but now knowing that this brand is just pleasant for my stomach, it feels really nice knowing that like I'm not going to be getting stomach aches moving forward, hopefully, you know, from these gels. I did not end up taking the extra 4 little gummies. They're all still in here because, like I said, I felt really good and I didn't think that I needed them. I honestly, it feels wasteful, but I might throw these away because that feels kind of gross, right? To put it back in the bag. Yeah, no, I'm gonna have to throw these away. I'm gonna eat my breakfast. Happy long run Saturday to all those who celebrate.